Hello and welcome to the fixture list. My name is Joe. We are here at the world famous Wembley Arena where the FA Cup final will be this week.
Joe.
Yeah.
It's that one.
What's the difference at Wembley Stadium? Oh, Wembley Arena. Two different things. Don't matter, and fucking United not playing anyway. Jesus Christ. Oh, look at that. Hello and welcome to the fixture list. This is the world famous Wembley Stadium and we are here to look forward to the FA Cup final. That is a lot of steps.
And here we are then at the prestigious, world-class, one of the biggest venues in London, Wembley Stadium.
Look at that, and look at all the people here as well. It's nice to see so many people not having to worry about masks, not having to worry about, look, fans back in the stadiums again.
Just living life.
It's amazing, isn't
just
it?
living life, carefree. We're almost out in the woods, aren't we again, Joe? It's sensational. It's sensational. I can't wait. And we are back with season 2 of the fixture list, and we're going to go and do stuff and things and that one
Activities,
and this one
challenges.
and that. So, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Today's activity was trying to film at Wembley without a permit, and we failed, Joe.
We failed almost immediately. We didn't get the camera set up in an actual shot of Wembley.
The guy was
and
like,
two blokes
excuse me,
came
pal,
over.
you got a permit? Nope.
What's a permit?
Sound.
No, I am. These are natural curls, mate. It's like, fucking hell. Didn't work. We got moved on. So we've got some nice little footage of Wembley that we filmed secretly, and then we've got this beautiful mural. So it's as good as we're going to get.
If you close your eyes, you can't tell the difference.
Yeah. It's like being at Wembley, but without seeing it, but for the same price on the train. Perfect.
Correct. Anyway, right, we are here to talk Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
What's happened with Jadon Sancho?
All sorts has happened with him. It's bubbling up again. Everyone's talking about it. Michel Zorc, CEO or director or whatever he is of Dortmund, is talking about it. We've got Gary Neville talking about it.
He is Dortmund Rent-A-Gob.
Exactly. Gary Neville's talking about it. Fabrizio Romano is coming out talking about a lowered price tag. Man United's interest remains firm in Jadon Sancho. It's one of those that it looks like it's going to be going again this summer.
Right, Cavani signing a deal.
Go on.
Does that free up any sort of budget
Yes.
for a right winger?
Well, that's what I was going to say. If we do have any budget, which surely we must, I know we're not going to have made a lot. I know that COVID's going to have made an impact.
Or are we cheap?
Or are we just cheap? Yeah, exactly. If we do have any sort of budget,
birdseed joke.
surely we can afford a 70, 80 million pound transfer that may well
He's
reshape
worth
the
it.
whole team.
He's worth that sort of cash, and he comes in and gives you the balance that you need on the right hand side.
Yeah, and it allows Mason Greenwood to play either wing or striker. We don't need to rely on him every week.
Hasn't he?
Yeah, and it just, like you said, it just adds more balance. If you pair that with a defensive midfielder, you can then drop Pogba back alongside someone. Then you can have Rashford one side, Sancho the other side, Bruno in behind Cavani, with Greenwood backing up that number 9
And he can probably play all of them free, really.
Exactly, and that's a sensational front line, and it just
like
takes United from here, which is already pretty good going forward, to, I would say, one of the best front sixes in the world. That.
And a number 6 would, again, it's all about balance, I think. Because I think Harry Maguire seems like he's going to be injured for potentially for the final, which we're hearing, which is sad. But Harry Maguire's been belting for Manchester United. I actually think you're probably going to see over the next 3 weeks how much we're going to miss him. I really do. I think he's coming for a lot of stick, but I think you put a world-class number 6 in front of him. Yeah. Someone with leadership, someone with quality, someone with everything that we've sort of not had. And I think you'll really start to see Manchester United go on. Is our defence good enough to maybe go on and win a title? It's not far off.
Yeah.
Is our midfield, with a world-class number 6, Pogba and Bruno, I'm stacking that up against any midfield in the world, as long as it's a world-class number 6. And that forward line, like you said, Sancho, Rashford, Cavani. United have got a team. Now, you can argue that some players in the squad need to be better, but McTominay and Fred are squad players, pretty good.
Yeah.
I worry about some of the other forward positions in terms of what you're doing in terms of the squad, but then you've got the likes of Diallo and things like that coming in. And that, if Diallo and James and all that lot, and even Tony Marshall to an extent, are your squad players, I think you're in a good spot.
And also, this is the other thing about a lot of people coming out and talking about, like I said, Zort's coming out and saying there was a gentleman's agreement with Sancho that he can leave. And then you see Gary Neville coming out on Monday Night Football as well, basically talking as though the deal's done. Do you think he's just hearing what we're hearing, or do you think behind the scenes there is a sort of an understanding that maybe something is going on here?
I don't think anyone's confirmed anything yet. I think that the case has been for 2 years that if Manchester United are prepared to pay the money, Manchester United will get Sancho because Dortmund have got a price and he wants to come. So this is a deal that anyone can just make.
Yeah.
Did he just come out of the middle of Wembley then?
He did. He opened the whole stadium like he's parting the Red Sea.
Wild.
And he just walked straight through. Amazing, really, isn't it, what they can do with these modern stadiums? Yeah. I've seen that moving roof at Centre Court, a whole stadium that opens up like Pac-Man's mouth. Modern day gone wild, isn't it? Amazing.
What else talking about, Joe?
The race for top 4.
The race?
Well, yeah.
Is it a race?
Well, not for us, it isn't, but it's very pertinent for Manchester United's game against Liverpool coming up. It's
tonight.
Also pertinent for Leicester, for Chelsea, for West Ham to a certain extent. There's still a lot of big games to be played, and that's, City have won the league. We know who's relegated. That is where that battleground is for the rest of the season.
That's where the interest is.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like, you're coming 10th, Arsenal.
Yeah.
No one cares.
No. And it's good because it allows us to sort of put our vengeances and our rivalries to the forefront, because basically we're hoping that West Ham and Leicester will stop Tottenham and Liverpool getting top 4.
And
that's great, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's great to be able to look down on that for once.
Nail your colours to the mask. Give us your mask. Yeah, nail them to someone's mask.
I will do.
Give me your top 4.
Top 4, end of the season, Manchester City, I think we can say pretty certain that they're going to be there.
Yeah, they were confirmed champions, so you're right. Unless there are points deductions, which Derby might be getting after going, we're safe. Wait, what do you mean wait?
Well, why are they getting one?
Irregularities, isn't it?
Oh no.
Behind the camera, what was it?
EFL, fair play, something or other.
He ain't got a fucking clue.
No, he hasn't got a clue at all.
Miles just come out of the middle of the stadium.
Yeah, I'm going to say Manchester City, as I've said, Manchester United, obviously. I think Chelsea will get there. Their form toward the end of the season has been good, although they've got the most distractions of anyone.
Big time.
So,
Cup finals all over the show.
It almost goes without saying that they'll be there because of how well they've been, but don't be surprised if they drop a few points. And I think, due to that result against United, I think Leicester will stick it out in there. And I think if United take any points off Liverpool, it's basically a done deal. What are you saying?
I'm not going to go any different.
Yeah.
Leicester and Chelsea may be switched,
yeah,
but not for sure. And only for the reasons that you mentioned already, which is so many distractions and pretty big games coming.
Yeah, it's a shame, innit, that West Ham, so close. David Moyes, former Manchester United manager, who is one of them where...
Was he?
No.
Blocked it out. Not a clue.
Yeah, he used to manage United during, between other things. And obviously Jesse Lingard, who's been sensational. It's a shame that they've just seemed to have run out of steam at the wrong time, doesn't it? But
it looked like they were going to charge it, and honestly, I hate West Ham, and I was actually like, this will be interesting, because another big boy kind of misses out, especially if it was going to be Chelsea. If it was going to be the top 4 of United and City, Leicester and West Ham is the Champions League representative. What are we sticking in the Europa League? Chelsea, Tottenham, Liverpool.
Not even Arsenal these days.
No, not even Arsenal these days. Although the Europa Conference, is that even a thing?
Because it was North.
There was some talk of that, wasn't there? I don't even know if that's going to be a thing anymore. So yeah, we'll find out.
We've had to move because it turns out Wembley was quite a busy work path.
So this hasn't really gone to plan today.
What was the plan? My plan was to come to London, spend a couple £100, stand in front of a mural and not get any shots of Wembley.
We did that. We did do that. Yeah. We did that. I saw that.
Yeah.
And we had some ribs and some chicken wings. So it's been a good day as far as I'm concerned.
I know.
Now, we have to talk about the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Because that's why we're here.
That is why we're here.
If you squint,
just about, you can just about.
It's about 10 degrees at the Wembley Arch.
Fantastic. What a view, Steve.
What a view.
How have you managed to pull that
I'll tell you
off?
what, sometimes I impress myself.
Me too.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Wembley Arch, kinda.
Yeah. I mean, we could talk about the FA Cup by ourselves, or...
Listen, let's talk to Dino from Squawka because he actually knows what he's talking about. Right then, we can't come to Wembley to talk about what's going on at the FA Cup final, Chelsea versus Leicester.
That's the one.
Without speaking to Dino from Squawka. Dino, how's it going, mate? Who do you reckon's winning?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks, Steve. I'm going for Chelsea this weekend, to be honest. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think the odds are slightly skewed. I don't think if I was placing the prices myself, I I don't think I'd have Chelsea as odds on, which they are at the minute. But I do think Chelsea will win. I think it'll be tight. I think they'll win by 1 goal maybe.
Well, finals usually are like a 1-goal sort of affair, aren't they? Leicester haven't really done too well in FA Cups recently, have they?
No, they haven't. They haven't won it for a very long time. But I do think there will be goals. I think it'll be tight, but there will be goals. It is kind of that cliche, innit, that cup finals are always low scoring, nervy affairs. But actually, 6 of the last 7 have seen over 2.5 goals scored in the FA Cup. So I think I'm going to be going for over 2.5 goals. That's available at evens with Sky Bet. And I think for me, the man for Leicester is obviously Iheanacho, isn't it? He's been on fire recently. 13 in his last 12 in all competitions. He's the man of the moment. And he's about any time. He's 2-1 again with Sky Bet. So I think there'll be the 2 bets that I'm looking at. Maybe Chelsea to win by 1 goal and Iheanacho to score. And that over 2.5 goals bet definitely after the last few FA Cup finals anyway.
Have you got any odds for Leicester or any sort of specials that you're looking at that you think that might be value for money for Leicester?
Yeah, well, I think that Iheanacho one any time is a decent price. I'm also, there's no odds available yet, but obviously it's Squawka, so we like our stats bets, don't we? And one that I'll be looking for is Ndidi in the tackles market. He has made more tackles than any other player in the Premier League per 90 minutes that's made more than 10 appearances this season, an average of 3.87 per game, which is interesting. So when the odds come out on that market, I'll be looking at that. Another stat market on the other side with Chelsea. I know Timo Werner's coming for a bit of criticism over the course of the season, but he actually leads the way in the season 11 in all competitions. So I'll be looking at Timo Werner to get an assist maybe as well.
You say that you think maybe Chelsea by 1 goal. What kind of odds have you got for a final score?
So I'm going to go with 2-1. Like I say, I think there will be goals in this. I think it's the kind of game that will maybe suit Leicester on the counter-attack, but I just think Chelsea got too much quality. So I'm going to go for them to sneak out a 2-1 win, and that's available at 7-1 with Betfair.
They've been worryingly good recently, haven't they, Chelsea?
Yeah, I can't really go past anyone but Chelsea for this as well. I think Brendan Rodgers seems to get a lot of plaudits for how his teams play football. He took Liverpool very close to a title. He's done well with this Leicester team, but he seems to be a bit of a nearly man for me, doesn't he? And I don't think he's quite got that killer instinct to be able to push over the line and actually start winning some trophies, whereas Tommy Tits, I reckon Tommy Tits has got it in the bag, mate. I think that's what he's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, he's been brilliant, hasn't he, since he came in? I think they've only lost 2 games out of 25, and one of them was against Porto in a game that was they won anyway, didn't they, over the 2 legs? So he's been fantastic, and I do think, I'm not sure if he'll be able to get that Champions League trophy in the bag, but I do think he probably deserves 1 trophy from the way that he's performed since coming in January. So maybe the FA Cup's the one for Chelsea.
That would be replicating pretty much what Bobby Martinez did for him, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they like bringing in a manager halfway through a season that then wins them a trophy or a double, don't they, Chelsea? So I won't put it past them. And like I said, the Champions League, for me, might be a step too far, so I reckon they'll be putting a lot into this one.
All right, Dino, cheers for joining us, mate. And remember, you can go and check out Squawka. The link for that will be in the description. You got tips, you got previews, you got reaction, you've got all the stats, as you would expect, all the way through the FA Cup final. So make sure you go check them out. Nice one, Dino. Good to see you, pal.
Cheers, guys.
Righty then, that is it from Joseph and from myself. And we are going to be back next Thursday with another fixture list. Are we going driving yet?
I think we ought to be, shouldn't we? We should be going driving.
Go-karting, rallying, horses and that, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen all these diggers, these JCBs
Can we have a go at that?
and I've got a hankering to get behind a wheel, so next week should be very good.
Right, you got to let us know in the comments what crazy events are coming up that we can go to.
Yeah.
You've seen the World Worm Charming Championships.
Worm Charming Championships, and not the
Worm
sort you
Charming
do,
Championships.
it's on the ground, this one. You put your cup to an ear, and then you listen to a worm and make
We're
it dance.
bringing back Steve versus Joe. You saw the golf, that was a prelim of what's coming. We're going to be doing Steve versus Joe in things that we can compete in. So get us in the comments, tell us where do you want to see us go. I think a driving one.
Driving's good, isn't it?
See, that or ultra marathons, and I don't really want to do that. Cheers for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to Squawka. Check the links out in the description below for everything that you need for the FA Cup this weekend. And we'll see you next Thursday. Laters.